Right, welcome to our series on the 2024, the 40th year of the Volkswagen Spectacular. And this year we're paying homage to the 1954 Volkswagen. And for those of you who don't know what a 1954 Volkswagen is, we've got this lovely restored example here of a VW Bug from 1954. And perhaps in the background there, can you tell me a little bit about it? Was it a local car or out-of-town car? What's the history behind it?
As far as we know, it's from Sydney.
And it's obviously been restored back in 1954. I assume this one's running the standard motor, be a
36,
which type?
possibly a 36 horsepower.
36 horsepower, so
And the fellow that owns it has owned it since our first VW show back in the
40
80s.
years ago.
Yeah, he drove that car up from Sydney to the first Volkswagen show we ever had in unrestored condition those days, and he still owns it today.
So that's a real testament to the durability of Volkswagens, and more importantly also to their owners. I don't know whether it's locked there, so we can't show you inside. Let's move on to the next one. This is obviously a much later Bug, and this one here, what do we know about it?
Well, it's a slightly later model. It's about a 56, I think. Got the small rear window, which is unique to the older ones.
Yes, we'll look at some of the wider ones. We know this has got a 59. Has it been racing or something? Or
Oh, that was the number for racing. Look at the motor in the back.
right, there's obviously a lot of work done. What can you tell us about the motor? It's got twin carbies on it, I can see.
The motor was originally built for the Targa Tasmania race.
Right.
It's only 1300 cc's, but it revs freely to 8,000 revs, which is a lot of revs.
A lot of revs for a little motor like that. So,
Yeah, it's a very well built motor. I believe it was built in Queensland.
right. So this one here, I can see it's got a tacho and things in it there. It's got a racing seat on it. It's got the arm indicators on it, which were reminiscent of that particular age until they moved up. And we've got this later one here, which we immediately know because of the rear window on it, the normal trafficators. And can you tell us a little bit about this particular one?
It's a 74 model.
Now, I notice it's got a set of rivets around there. Tell us why it's all riveted together.
The person that owns it's a bit eccentric. But
Okay.
I think it's an aeroplane. The unique thing about it, 74 model, there's a very large curved windscreen where the old Beetle behind it is
Yeah,
very
very
small.
flat. So we've got curved there, we've got the bigger window,
Yeah.
and it's presenting in very nice condition too. Then we move up to a much later one. This is,
Yeah, it's about a 2004 model. It's a diesel.
diesel.
Yeah.
And it's so common these days, diesel vehicles, but not back in that age it wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
It's
So
a-
it'd be very economical. What else do we know about it?
It's got the motor in the front. It's water cooled, a complete change from the original Volkswagen. We don't see the water leaks.
We've got the sunroof in it, but yes, so the motor's sitting in the front here.
Yeah, a lot of plastic bumper bars and mud guards. Completely different car to the old Beetle.
And how did you come across it? Is it a locally owned vehicle?
Yes, yeah, it is locally owned. Yeah, fellow that's had it for the last 5 years hasn't looked after it very well, but it's a daily driver, work car. And
Now-
it just shows the reliability.
This one here, I think I remember driving this one a couple of years ago. I did, a convertible,
Similar model,
similar, right?
yeah.
So it's something we don't see a lot of here in Australia, is convertible Volkswagens. This one is a 19,
Probably about 2004, 2006. Similar.
right, automatic there,
Yeah.
in very good condition, and we obviously know that the convertible part of it works. Lovely set of alloy wheels on it there. And any history behind it, or?
No, it's been here for the last 4 or 5 years. It's owned by Donna from the Volkswagen show.
Yeah, we had Donna featured on the YouTube yesterday, actually. The
Yeah.
lady in purple, working very hard. And 2 more to go. This one here, now this one, immediately you look at it, you can tell it's totally different. So
Yeah, when you stand back, the roof line is very flat compared to the green one behind it.
Right,
It's
and
2013 model.
what type motor is this one running, do we know?
It's a very small motor, it's only a 1300 cc, but it's turbocharged and supercharged.
Wow. So in other words, not only does it go, it gives good fuel economy probably too. But certainly they go. So
Yeah.
was that the way they were sold? With
Yes, that's standard.
standard, right?
Yeah, to get some life out of the 1300 motor, I suppose.
Right. And where's it normally live, this one? I don't think
About
it's...
10 minutes from where it is now.
Is it? Oh, I must admit I hadn't seen it around. Oh, right. So... And if we look at it here, look at that, a genuine Beetle, B-E-E-T-L-E. So I'd say a very conscientious decision by Donna to get this vehicle, or did it just fall into her lap, being involved? But whichever happened, it's a unique Beetle and it's part of this great lineup, and we've got one more to show you in a minute. We'll just have a... Okay, now we were looking at this particular Beetle here, supercharged, turbocharged. It almost looks like a baby Porsche. Very, very reminiscent. The wide front, the bumper bars there. In fact, if you took the Volkswagen badge off it and you saw it fly past you down the freeway, you'd probably say that's a Porsche, but something totally different there to look at. And I assume that most of these vehicles on Saturday will be in the main street in Nambucca Heads, and one that won't be in the main street in Nambucca under its own power, I believe, we'll go and show you now.
Big pipes and that on there.
Right, now this is one vehicle that definitely won't be driving down the main street on Saturday, and this is the Luke Pell Racing Bug. Now, it's had a bit of a hard life, but as you can see there, not your normal Volkswagen air-cooled motor in the rear. This is in the front, similar to one of the other ones I showed you, but diesel, turbocharged, supercharged, or is turbocharged. And this one of the things we'll look at there is the braking system on it. Now, if you think they're fairly big wheels, it may not show up real clearly, but the discs fill the whole rim there. Inside, you can see that it's been stripped out. Wouldn't really race with those two tyres there. It's got bias braking system down there, the handbrake, and of course a racing seat there with multi-point harness in it, fuel tank in the rear, all stripped out to race. And this one really goes. It's got the aerofoil on the back of it there, and if you need a tow, just ask the driver. Luke Pell Towing. It's got a lot of fiberglass plastic panels on it, and it's something that you will see over at Rally Raceway as part of the Volkswagen Spectacular. 40 years at Volkswagen Spectacular, 24th show, and this is one at the lineup at the Volkswagens as soon as you arrive that you can see around the place. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tell us about Volkswagens in your life.